is a universe connection. Thumbnail is from Facebook, which is cool. Um, yeah, I just felt I haven't done one of those in a long time. Yeah, so even this like soul experiment or the lowest denominator, something like that. Denominator. Jeez. Terminator, denominator, something like that. Yeah, so the soul as lowest point, not everyone has to go through that, but you go through some form of it. But obviously, many here are at the vacation spot of scumbagness or something like that. Because imagine many of you run into people or individuals, whatever you want to call them. They know there's some better side in them, but that ain't here. Just a scumbag version. This is where all the garbage is. And it's something they gotta go through. I mean, I know someone that's like, there's one person one day, and then they become just some psychopathic Kmart manager mentality. Just the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. There's probably things that are worse than that. I've probably seen worse, but it's still kind of gross. Robotic, soulless. Yeah, I can go on. It's like, why the hell would anybody want to be around that thing? So, yeah, this is how gross. I talked about soul swapping going on here. As well as something else, man. It's like the bottom of the barrel here. So, well, some understand it. Others are just, in the conspiracy stuff, right? Oh, shit, I'm not sure why the audio is at. Okay, maybe it's better now. I'm glad I checked that. Yeah, the audio is a little bit off. It doesn't really matter, but yeah, that'd probably be a lot better now, hopefully. Either way, it doesn't matter. Nothing matters here. Yeah, I should repeat the whole thing again. Maybe I shouldn't. Alright, is Avatar on our private sessions? Schedule shop here, maybe. Yeah, whatever. It's a stupid thing here, but yeah, the site's not perfect, but at least it's functional. Whatever. Yeah, social network stuff, I still might do that, even if it is kind of a ghost town after. I'm kind of getting drawn to it, I think. We'll see. It's also an old domain that I actually let expire. I thought about reactivating. And I forgot I even owned it, or used to own it. So, anyway, we'll see. I'll think about it. It's kind of like something that was similar to Trump's. It's not going to be like that, but it's kind of like his social network, True Social. It has kind of similarities to it, the name. And I had that way before he had his, so I don't know, we'll see. Not that anybody would use it. It'd be a nice ghost town, but maybe there'd be some kind of decent information put on there, and it might be actually better. It's kind of like how I visualized it before. I never really had the right platform, and this one might work, possibly. I don't know. Anyway, so universe energies. Like I say, not everyone's at their lowest denominator. I've said it right. But many are. The low points of their, yeah, it's rough. It's on how you handle it, you could say. Of course, some might be offended by that, but yeah, I'm sure they are. Enjoying the mind. I guess it's just better to enjoy the mind control, right? Ignorance is bliss there. Until it isn't. You learn the hard way. Yeah, so you get pulled into all this, even spiritual propaganda, and you get pulled into that, and it all kind of shits you out in the long run. It's not what it's cracked up to be. You might be following the crowd, even spiritually, but it's going to come back to you eventually. Just putting it out there. That's why it's good just to be. Obviously, you want to, doesn't mean you have to go on triggering everybody every 5 seconds, but you just gotta be yourself. And if people are gonna follow the crowd, obviously they're doing that now. A good portion, not to mention any of that, but they just could follow the big groups and just shut their mind off and think they're in the right position, and their soul's like, what the fuck are you doing? Their soul's like, why are you so dumb? Why are you so stupid? Okay, well, you're gonna pay for that one. As for when that happens is another story. Like your soul still has potential. Do you go to your potential, or you just live life as an idiot? Basically. Many choose the idiot route. That seems to be the more popular one these days. Probably throughout history. It doesn't work out in the long run, though. Not really, because when you're on your deathbed, it's like, well, at least you did everything you can here, even if this world's ass backwards. Instead, others like, I wish I did this, I wish I did that. And most of them do that. Live in regret. And then they have to come back here over and over and over again. Oh yeah, that's right. I also saw the Zeus TV show on Netflix, and first of all, it has a lot of Anunnaki energy connected to it. No surprise there, right? And yeah, it explains a lot of it actually. Without going into details, I didn't watch all. I got sick of watching it. It's like I got the idea. It's like whatever. But it feels like also spirit realms, which is also connected to the alien realms that are kind of selfish and that's a higher frequency, or sort of. Well, who's to say we're not being messed with by the gods, which we are, and they never left. I don't know why these people are saying that they left. Why would you leave this place? It's like you have this world, by the balls, basically. Why would you? You might make yourself known, but they've never left. When you're screwing around with a place and people here are so stupid to follow all that. Why would you let that go? They're going to screw it into the ground as far as they can. It's going to have a bunch of chums following them. They're going to take advantage of it. So think about it. But yeah, there's definitely alien beings here that are abusing the hell, obviously. And that's what that show. So is it Chaos with a K? I just got sick of watching it. It's like I guess the grass is greener being a slime bag, but whatever. But yeah, that stuff does definitely exist now. I feel like that's the spirit world. Yeah. Well, we say a version of it. Obviously, there's a version where they're a little bit smarter, sort of. But there's a version where they're all just scumbags. And that's a higher frequency. It is. I mean, you can get higher frequency and very naive too, and this world shows a lot of that too. There's a lot of homework here. There's a lot here. People have trouble taking it in. Obviously, some get it, but others are just not there yet. Yeah. Well, one day. I guess that's what we're here for, to see some kind of progress, even if it's slow as molasses. You never know. Maybe some of this will become more mainstream, even if it does trigger people. At least it'll start, and maybe it'll put them into a depression, but whatever. Maybe they'll get them to act a little bit better instead of acting like scumbags all the time. It's like the majority is just slime. Doesn't have to be, but a lot of it's slime. So I know it says good people, but it's good slime, I guess. I guess. You know. Anyway, all right, we're going to yeah, no, it's not good slime. It's shit. It's living life to its not putting a lot of effort into it. Not living to its fullest. So, okay. So we go to the universe's energies. Of course, this might trigger some people, but whatever. Right? It's funny. Right before I tap into this, this is probably gonna piss somebody off. So whatever, who cares? I suppose I already asked backwards as it is. It can get worse, of course. There's definitely not gonna be a World War III energy, and I mean, obviously, propaganda, but not. You're not gonna get out of it that easily. Even if World War III did happen, so many souls would be stuck here swimming around, lost more than they are now. I don't think they need that. You already have enough as it is. I mean, technically, this is kind of like a World War III planet, so it's already kind of ghostly and lost. It's like it already has a nuclear explosion within itself already. So it's called a lack of self anything. So delusion seems to be king here to some level. So anyway, all right, enough of that. We'll go into just even the higher dimensions. Like, okay, you might be a higher vibrational being, 12th dimension, whatever, have all your powers. And then they're looking at you, it's like, yeah, but what's all that garbage you're carrying around? It's like, great. So it's like, then they come here and they're complete scumbags. Yeah. High vibrational slime, basically. Yeah, not mention names though. So, yeah, this is fun here. It definitely gets old, and what's the, I don't know, endure. Endures mediocrity. So anyway, all right, we'll go into universe's energies and go from there. All right, blessings for God. Greens is the universe's consciousness, a fractal of it. The soul. Think of it as it's spring cleaning for the soul. This is what you have to work on. So you have to clear out for you to be a better person, to be what you want to be on a higher level. But you have to go through this to be disgusting. Some of you have seen it. Of course, being human is yes, you're clearing out each other's crap basically. But also, it just has to do with, and certain individuals truly have to hit their ultimate low to find their high. And yes, you're assisting them. It is hell. And yeah, you might not like what your loved one is going through, but they have to go through it, and they're trying to take you into hell, but you're assisting them as they go into hell to find themselves. And yeah, it's not pretty. It truly is an ugly journey. But in doing so, also truths come out at the same time, and you go through it together on an astral level, sometimes on a physical level, but sometimes it has to be on an astral level because of even the physical version of them might not get along because the physical version of them is not mature enough to connect with you, or they're just absolutely disgusting as a human being, whatever it might be. Some are. It's like, okay, I'm going to be completely disgusting now. It's best we just not be together. There's a lot of that going on. So there's a lot of soul work here that will eventually unfold. It's all become more clear, but why I have certain loved ones are so ass backwards because While you're connected, so why am I here experiencing this with you when you're just, horrible? Well, that's kind of the point. Yes, love endures. It goes through all of this, and yeah, they might throw the love, but they test your love also as they destroy themselves. Is there a positive note at the end of that? There can be. Depends, but either way, it's kind of positive, even if it is a negative. It's still like they can still become a better person. It's like it was mission accomplished, and it's like terrible. And and can you survive their misery? That's the thing. Can you survive their hell? Because a lot of them just have trouble. Yeah, they have to go to the dark night of the soul, and they can easily take you with them. So that's one version of all of this. This is soul spring cleaning, and it's not what it looks. It's cleaning one's house is difficult, and repairing one's home is difficult. So on a soul level, it's the same thing, or worse. Yeah, because it's no instruction manual. There's no, it's not like you can go online and read about it. It's not that simple. It's basically what the soul is going through. They're attracted to scumbags, some of them are, to learn about themselves, to free themselves of their self-hatred, to bring more love to themselves, but they have to go through that dark side. That's disgusting. Until they find their light. So, there's probably better details for this. It gives you a simple understanding of it, maybe. And there's others that have no clue what we're talking about, because they're going through a version of it, but not the extreme version. Well, I mean, while you're here, you might as well dive deep, right? You might as well just, individuals that do hit the side of themselves that is broken, but they can also self-repair at some point. But it's not easy putting those pieces back together. And it won't go back together exactly as you like it to, but there is a betterment there, but it's ugly to get there. Well, basically, also, they don't always want to see you as who you are. Like, they have this delusional version, and slowly that starts to erode, and they see you for who you are. Boy, that's a good thing. Like, their vision of you starts to shatter, and they just say maybe they're not so bad after all. But at this point, they're not. They're at an adolescent side. This is how you move up the level. So this is how you graduate. This is how you graduate from kindergarten. It's rough. Yes, you can do this on other planets, but this one, it's not just it speeds it up. It just kind of goes through all the cracks and everything. Just deep cleaning. It's not pretty. As some of you can see. Well, you also see, yes, on social media, the dark side of a lot of individuals, and they're just that's what they're going through. They can't find their light, really. They might to some level, but it's easy to get pulled into the propaganda, and they're part of that mind control, and it feels good. It's kind of like a high until it's not a high, until they realize they've been played. They might not see that for some time. So there's nothing wrong with dabbling with all you gotta try it, but some get pulled into it and taking a ride for years or their whole life until they might break out of it, possibly, not always. So this is a version of all of this, your experience here. Hopefully some of this is helpful.